on with y'all? Fucking countdown. Countdown to what? Okay. Smash that like they got some new kind of thing. Countdown on this shit. The shit they think of. Countdown to what? But how's y'all morning? How's y'all evening? Was Nolan a victim of white privilege? Smash that like y'all. What's going on, Lala? What's up with you today? I'm just cooling. You know how I make moves. It's easily I approach the microphone, you know what I'm saying? What's going on? Godfather, Konnichiwa. What's going on with you? Hey yo, one of the top politicians just died, didn't he? One of the mainstays in politics. Just, I mean, smash that like. Godfather, if the Iran war is over, which I don't even remember them sanctioning it as Congress, why are they still fighting? Can you shed some light on that, on your opinion? Smash that like, y'all. Come in, come in, come in. Was Nolan a victim of white privilege? I'm gonna say yeah, because the case is almost they about to just shut it down. If nobody would have said nothing about it, that case would have been shut down. If that was a little white kid, especially a white girl, Nancy Grace would be down there right now, going 24/7. Nancy Grace, what's up, Nicole? What's up, Nicole? What do you mean he's black? What do you mean he's black? He was a victim of white privilege. People that were white and privileged got the chance to go home, no questions asked, no autopsy that went in depth to see whether it was criminal negligence. Just y'all go ahead, we got this. You know what I mean? That's what I mean by white privileged. Was he a victim of white privilege? I mean, did they get the right to just write him off? You know what I'm saying? Smash that like and peace, peace, peace with you budgets. How you doing today, little one? You was ready to bing, 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 bing. Black, white, me, Nicole. We black. Now I was fucking with you, but yeah, was Nolan a victim of white privileged? See what I'm saying? The people that get a chance to slide, are they getting a chance to slide on Nolan, or we gonna stand with him and say, nah, come here, boy. All them little white boys, it's the same way Carmelo is standing 10 toes down doing his little 35. What about these white kids? Maybe they did something wrong. They need to stand 10 toes down and do their little 25 to life, 35, 40, holding somebody's pocket if they ain't got no fight game. Shit, we sent Carmelo to the penitentiary for killing rest in peace Austin Metcalf. Now rest in peace Nolan Wales. Rest in peace. We gonna send we gonna send a judge and some little white kids to the penitentiary for killing Nolan or what? I mean that's a double standard if they don't get in any trouble and for anybody to come in here and make up some excuses for them. You know what I mean? Hey, a lot of y'all don't. P&G, what's up? Did you get that? What I sent you? Positivity. Did you get it? About the father. I know you wouldn't, Russell. A lot of y'all don't because white privilege costs money. It ain't just some free they're giving out to white people and black people, Chinese people, Spanish people. Anybody that can get some money up can get some white privilege. That's what y'all don't understand. Y'all think because you born white, you're privy to it. No. Anybody is privy to it now because white privilege is nothing but being able to buy into the white status, the white world. Salute is a whole series of them. P is a whole series of them. But that one right there really stood out to me. I said, let me send the brother that because that's kind of like how got into the math, and you know what I'm saying. I didn't really stay on it, and when I was just checking it out, I think I might download the Book of Life and the one the you know what I mean, the 120s and all that alphabet and stuff and keep it on hand. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, smash that like, but that's what it is, PNG. Each one teach one. You know how we do it, brother. But this Nolan Wales case, I hope he don't get, you know what I mean, caught up in the conspiracy theory stuff with Ben Crump and all them. I want him to get justice, and I want, if any one of those people had anything to do with it, those kids, his friends, and that fucking judge, I want their heads to roll, because that's the climate here in America. When you do something wrong, you know what I mean, you got to stand on the all 10 and get justice has to be served. Chuck, what's good with you, family? What part of the country you in right now, Chuck? Was you successful last night on that fish board? Did you get that money out of? Smash that like, man. I hope when you come to my area, we got a casino coming up. We already got a casino in P-Town. Next time you at any of those joints or coming through anyway, just holler at me, man. Well, I call it white privilege when I see others get it, because it can be bought, fam. That's why you see others get it. It's white privilege because now white people are the only people that can. I mean, just like black people, it's black music. Rap music is black music, but black people are the only people that can rap now. Ask Eminem. Ask what's the other motherfucker? Shit, Fat Boy Slim. I can't even think of another white rapper. Y'all been so pushing that Eminem shit like he. I mean, did you see how the dad had to go one of his boys' houses to get Nolan's car keys, and then the family called the police? Wow, I did not see that. Was it one of the white guys that was in the picture? Them motherfuckers, man. Oh, Post Malone. Post Malone, and you know what I'm saying? Post Malone, he ain't even a rapper. He was a country singer that was a producer, and he produced a couple of rap songs for himself. That shit is crazy. Exactly, we can hit that casino. Paul Wow. All of them suck too. Everybody you name is suck. I don't have to call it privilege, Russell Dixon. You call it privilege. I call it white privilege. You can't see what I'm saying? Just like you know what I mean, somebody with a white state of mind, whether you white or black, you trying to tell me what to call it. It's white privilege, dude. That's y'all don't want to hear white in it because it makes you feel goddamn I'm ashamed of white people when you hear something on the front of white that's like white privilege, white racism. You know what I'm saying? White nationalism. You know what I mean? Anything with white on the beginning of it and it ain't white pride or white power or you know what I mean? Y'all get ashamed. Don't call it white privilege because you ain't getting none or I mean you ashamed of it, dog. Yeah. Lindsey Graham died. Yeah. And they try to make it seem like he talked to Donald Trump and then he died. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Remember that black lady, Shaquilla Robinson, who was beat to death in Mexico by the black so-called friends? She hasn't received any justice, and her attack was on video, right? I still don't understand that one. They took her all the way to Mexico and tore her up and then brought her back. That stuff is crazy. That crazy was crazy. What was it about jealousy? You know, but that was some Willie Lynch shit, PNG. You know, we always be hating on each other because that's what we've been raised to do. If a motherfucker do good, we don't say, yeah, here you go. You need some money for some school books, so help me. Call me if you need some help. We say, damn, that nigga think you doing good. And fuck that nigga, you know what I'm saying? You know the shit we've been raised on. We don't praise each other. You know what I mean? We prey upon each other, family. That shit crazy. And now they got the whole country under that Willie Lynch shit. We all on it. Black, white, Chinese. Mitch McConnell on life support. Lori, but you know they do say that, but that's just superstitions. I don't like to play with nobody deaf, dog. That's just me, family. Me, I don't like to fuck with nobody deaf like that because shit, I got a lot of living to do. I ain't trying to die and I ain't trying to, you know what I mean? No one cares about that case. The obsession with white people is the issue. Nope. That's what white people are obsessed with black people. And Until we realize that the ancestral has started to feel. Until we realize that. Salute, guys. Look at Malcolm. Wow, Malcolm. I had white privilege, use the fuck out of it to what I get pulled over in racist counties. Yes, sir, exactly. I support back the blue love. What you gon' guys do works every time. Is that true, Camelama? You know it. Like they'll let you go before they let some black guys go. Is that your? I mean, right? Who's obsessed with white people? I said white privilege. White people gotta stop making white privilege about them. White privilege is being able to, you know what I mean, purchase a home in a nice neighborhood, being able to live a good quality of life because this is a white system that we living in. All white people aren't able to purchase a home, aren't while all white people, you know what I mean, don't have a good quality of life. You know what I mean? Get your money up. It's black people that's, you know what I mean, benefit more off of white privilege than white people. I'm aware of that. Y'all gotta stop separating it, seeming like it's a black privilege. It's an ulterior to it because now if you ain't got the money, you can't come in even if you're white. So it's a secret society. All white privilege as is trust. And you see they can't trust each other. They rat on each other all day. They don't wait for one of these little white kids to get crushed under some intelligent, man. It obviously depends on the cop, but yeah, I'd say certain counties near me are deaf got a better chance of not being fucked if you are white. Okay, Cameron, in your neighborhood, dude, what's the ratio per black and white in your area, Cam? And you're living in Kentucky, brother. DB Costa, what's up with you? You got anything new that you heard? I know you right there in the thick of things in Mississippi. You heard anything new about the Nolan case, Nolan Wells? Right, that's how I feel when you come in. Once you take that first breath, that's the first breath contributing to your last. You know what I mean? Smash that light, but as long as you live and live it to the fullest, I can't dwell on another man's death because I'm too busy trying to live. 80% white, probably 20% black and Mexican. Okay, and what's the climate like? Is it a good community? Are y'all user friendly? Do the blacks and Mexicans stay out of the white people's way? You know, what's the relationship there? A rate of murder in the white community is 2%. The rate of murder in the community between the ages of 18. We ain't even talking about a rate of murder. And now, shit, this is when civil rights, if they did do something to them, can be treated as a hate crime, and they'll get even more time. But we're not even talking about the rate of murder in the white community and all that stuff. We're not bashing the whole white community. We're bashing these guys that if they wrong Nolan Wells, whether they're white or black, they should be served justice. We ain't talking about the white community or the black community right now. We're talking about white privilege. White privilege is not strictly, you know what I mean, for the white community. Y'all gotta understand that. Don't nobody drive no Escalade with spinning rims, dude. And Section H been closed up. That's on you, Russell. Y'all do it. Y'all always claim black people crying, but in your Texas, I can see that you crying right now. Nah, dog. Don't nobody ride on no fucking rims. Don't nobody do all that shit. That's stereotypes. You know what I mean? Section 8, more white people on Section 8 than black people. Because Section 8 ain't the projects, dummy. Section 8 is how you can go out here and get one of these 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms with a garage in the back and a tool shed for, you know what I mean, for nothing, because the government will foot the bill. That's how a lot of white people are in these suburban communities, because they don't want to fill them up with black people that can afford it. They'll fill it up with white people that can't afford it, and just to create the facade. And that's my opinion, because I raised up around them. They'll create the facade, and guess what? Those white people that are in those Section 8 houses, their bills are late just like every other American. But they'll still ride past you and try to make it seem like they're better than you. You know what I mean? Half of the people that are in these houses and stuff in America, white, black, or Chinese, are under subsidized. Because if they ain't making the money, how they paying for it? You understand? Look at that. I knew that was coming. The rate of black community, you sure about that? Show me where you getting them statistics from. You know I'm a stickler. I'm gonna drop a link. Well, I'm gonna just drop a link on the one about the food stamps and everything. Y'all know I just did a post on that shit. Come to find out, Europeans getting all the food stamps. Come to find out, the Europeans are getting all the food stamps. So you know they're getting all the other subsidies too, but they blaming it on us. That's crazy. That's what niggas do. Niggas cheat on their and say somebody else, they blame it on her. Well, if you would have, nah, dog. Here we go. Check this shit out. It's happening every single day, y'all. Cut it out. Go check that out. Then we're gonna start with that, Justin, because you just talking. Drop the link where you got that statistic from. Drop the link. That link right there is explaining that white people get more government subsidies than anybody. They get 35% of it. Okay? Smash that like. Stop it. White on white crime is at an all-time high, especially in political. Go ask Tyler Robinson and his transgender buddy. But y'all notice that when they do show you something that's white on white crime, it be the heinous shit. Tyler Robinson, they say allegedly he climbed up on a hot tin roof, cracker on a hot tin roof, no pun intended, and killed somebody. You know what I mean, for no reason because he didn't like what his boyfriend or girlfriend called itself. Wow, white on white crime, dude. Donald Trump is the number one provocateur of white on because he's always dissing another white person. He always dissing another white person. I done numerous of times people in the press corps, people in the press corps, he's telling them they ain't shit, they never gonna be shit. Dude, I'm gonna put you out of here too. I don't give a fuck about transgenders. Don't keep telling me don't punch down. What the fuck? Get the fuck out, game. I don't even want you around, dude. Cause you keep saying that shit. I ain't no advocate for transgenders, dude. I told you I don't even understand them. I'm not against them. If you if you can't just shut the fuck up about what you doing, then that's like me saying, don't talk about black people. Fuck it, talk about them, because at least you let me know how you feel. You keep hollering, you not. This ain't no advocate for no fucking transgender. I'm not against them. I'm not with them. So stop hollering that don't punch down shit. I don't know if you heard it or you was the one that said it the other day, but that shit don't apply here, man. Shut the fuck up. What's up, lunching out? The most heinous, gruesome killers of all time. Let's ask the people that were victims of the transatlantic slave trade. Ask them. Ask all the Indians, natives, the red ones that they call when they threw the blankets on them with the smallpox. I mean, addicts? No. Middle Eastern and North African as white. We're not Middle Eastern. I'm not with Middle Eastern. You're not Middle Eastern. We're all Americans. Nigga. I don't give a fuck if you put on criteria. I'm serious, man. I don't want to hear about that bullshit, man. I wish people would realize crime is general, is rising, Camelama. Right. Brother lynching out. Lunching out. How you doing? Ian, I ain't even see you in here. What up with you, Ian? Ain't nothing wrong with loving his trans people. But shit, this ain't the place to goddamn gon' wear trans metal on your chest, man. We talk about all Americans, not punching down. I don't give a fuck. I already told you, I'm not against LGB. I don't understand trans, queer, and plus. So I'm not, I don't, you know what I mean, something I don't understand, I don't indulge in. Whatever it is, check this out. White folks are just as dirty and mean and despicable as black people. You know what I'm saying? So stop trying to compare it. Well, the black crime, you know what? Why ain't it just American crime? Because I said white privilege, because you don't understand what white privilege is. You see what I'm saying? White privilege, you must be some guy that ain't getting none of it. And it's cost money. Any black person can get some white privilege if his chips up. All of us can sip Don Perignon and ride on the yacht and go to the Hamptons. And we got them debits and credits now. Man, infidel, you got to be. You got that's so kitty because their yard doesn't denote their fucking shouldn't have anything to do with their political persuasion. That's so fucking immature, man. Sure, Justin. Cause he pressed. That's how you know they Democrats motherfuckers be pressed on each other, man. I don't see how y'all worry about who the goddamn on people vote for across the street, but you're not aware that your wife cheating on you, your dog hates you or some shit. It just makes me wonder, man. No, Justin, the people talk about it because it's white guilt, like Jake Lang said. If you don't bash black people, if you don't make up all of these crazy numbers and statistics and make us out to be a villain, that means you're a black sympathizer and it's white guilt. Jake Lang said these things. One of your fellow white men that said at 17, the reason he's so racist now because he was scared of black people. He heard so much about them and made him make a phobia of them. And I feel like a lot of y'all in here got it. Ian says R.I.P. Nolan Wells and Austin Metcalf, and that's true. And rest your head, hold your head up, Carmelo. Maybe something happened for you, brother. And to the four young men that had something to do, or maybe didn't have nothing to do with them, I hope you didn't, because may God help you after that. I want them to prosecute you to the fullest. King Fire! What's going on, family? Sure you are. Oh, we know that you're only speaking for yourself because this horse pucket, the shit you saying don't even make sense. I mean, of course. And once somebody shows me or tells me who they are, I have no choice but to believe them, guy. Smash that light. Yeah, the white school shooters is terrible. Like they've been going crazy. Yeah, the divided states of America. But Justin, you just your whole Texan is like all racial. I bet you know what I mean it's cool though because I'm not going at it as race. White privilege is not about white people. It's about anybody who can afford it. You know what I mean? Because you know what I mean. It's just so happened that y'all just like rap music. Anybody can rap music. You black guys are nah. Everybody rapping now. It's nigga music and it's rap music when black people are doing it, but it's hip hop when Eminem and Fat Boy Slim is doing it, huh? You see what I'm saying? Money will stay in circulation in the Jewish community for 18 cycles. Man, that somebody wrote that shit, Oliver. Somebody wrote that. Tell that to the millions of black people that survived before desegregation. Okay, with the dollar. It was in the black community. Tell that to the millions of black people who survived through segregation because of the black dollar staying in the community. We had to create our own industry. Black barbers, black, I mean, farmers, black supermarkets, black speakeasies, because we weren't allowed to go to the white ones or to the American ones, okay? Tell that. Yeah, it's like y'all be just saying shit, man. White people got gang conflicts. They got gang. Go look at Greece. What's Greece about? Some Greasers, right? Gang guys at high school, right? Some outsiders. Some of them ain't even graduate to fourth grade. Some dumbass white boys. But we romanticize it. That's what happens. The things that black people go through, we villainize it. But when a white person go through the same thing, we romanticize it. Know what I'm saying? What's cap, la la? That is cap. That is. Justin Bilo, that's cap. Know what I mean? What about all these white police officers, firefighters, and military people that are being arrested for having kitty porn in their phones and participate selling kitty porn and shit? And these white mothers that are going to jail for getting money for selling their kids to kitty porn. And what about that white family that just had all those nasty, you know what I mean, rooms in that house with them 16 kids. And I'm not trying to go against white people. I'm just trying to show you examples that for everything that you say bad about a black person is like something that's in the white community is just to like it. We all are guilty of all these shits. It's not a black or white thing. It's an American problem. But you will single it out. So, hey, I ain't got no problems with helping you. I mean, was Nolan a victim of white privilege? Was it? Somebody answer. You can't live rent free in my head, motherfucker. You ain't got shit. I worry about money, dog. You know what I mean? How am I gonna pay these fucking bills? You know what I mean? Before the, you know what I mean? Smash that like. Russell, I know why you couldn't go to a black school. That's you got your ass beat. You wasn't strong enough. So stop blaming that on black people. That's why you couldn't go to a black school. You got your ass beat, damn near like hell, death. So that's why you couldn't go to a black school because you couldn't fight hard enough. You were scared. What about all those black girls and black boys that went to those white schools with white people, the whole school throwing bricks and spitting on them and sicking dogs on them and spraying water hoses? You couldn't go to a white school because you weren't strong enough. So blame your father for not teaching you how to throw these things, win, lose, or draw, and keep on coming back. If they whoop your ass today, you be back there tomorrow, if not this evening. You feel me? That's why you couldn't go. A couple of them in here lying, man. You ain't providing no receipts. You're just making text. Drop the links, dude. You talking about you providing receipts. We ain't gonna ask for receipts. If you gonna say something, make this shit legit, family. No, you don't, because you wouldn't be in here. That's right, Ian. We gotta support our peoples. Justin, you don't have a white privilege card. I can tell how you texted. You just some guy looking out the trailer park window on the Android, on the cheap Android right now, trying to get mad with a black guy. Salute, Ian. You stay paying into it too. Ian, salute. Greatly appreciate it. You stay paying into the positivity too. Greatly appreciate it, my G. Yeah, the numbers on white boys hiding behind computers is way up. Talking shit to big black guys, it's way up. You know what I mean? But it's also the positivity in that. In the long run, this guy will change his Gmail name and come back in here and probably be, you know what I mean, neutralized. I bet you. He's thinking. He's like, you know what? We struggled on MLK Day. Wow. Hey, yo, Ian, did you see that where I went at? It was the Martin Luther King monument right there. It was not finished, and it was in the neighborhood. And right there in front of the monument, they had drug users. Like, and the city doesn't say nothing about it. It might be just they might have it planned like that. Like, look what's I mean, look what's going on. Got no hands, can't hand him. Exactly. Russell got beat up in here crying. Yeah, black kids can beat up white kids and it's okay. If that white person can't fight, you think it's okay for white kids to take somebody's phone home and leave a black kid there and then lie about him being missing and not knowing what happened to him and then I mean lawyer up? You think white kids can do that? No. Yep, keep it in the community. It ain't about you though, Justin. We gonna get back to it. Hold on, y'all. It ain't about Justin. We gonna get back to our conversation though. He making it too much about him. He's just a nobody trying to tell everybody about nothing. So nope, we ain't even gonna make it about Justin. Let him just stay in the chat and pout. Don't give him no more attention. Nah, I couldn't see your links, nor do I want to, because you know what? That's just what it is. Stop it. There are no links. Yep, King Fire. That's true indeed. They still, I mean, where is Miss Sassy Measy? Probably tending to the family. You know, Sassy is an OG with it. She probably tending to the family Sunday too. Probably putting down something good. Shout out Sassy Measy out here putting down some good on Sundays. She probably, I mean, No, your legs suck. You need to do more goddamn calisthenics. Smash that like. La la. We got him on quiet time. Let him just text in the chat. It's cool. Yep. Yep, let him go. Smash that like, man. What y'all think though? Y'all think it's some kind of cover up with this Nolan Wales? I hope not, man. I hope that we're all wrong. Oh no, Justin is some kind of crackpot gun enthusiast. Ain't nobody with all that shit. He's showing all them old ass German Lucas and shit. Ain't nobody with that shit, man. Justin may be suffering from oh yeah, yeah. Justin. This is what we get out there. I'm gonna address him for a few minutes now. Justin, you're a fucking veteran and you're in here talking like that. You're American soldier. You have fought for all of us if you ever did any war, if you got it ever got it went to war. Wow, Justin. Exactly, they'll say that, Justin. Wow, Justin, I'm ashamed of you being a soldier. Mud better. What's up? I'm done with it. Now you're back on quiet time. Wow. You better bet it's a cover up. Backwoods sheriff. Yep. No, not no backwoods sheriff. Carefully cold, calculated uh heads of the Clavin. They down with the Clavin down there. You can tell. Wow, Thomas Cunningham. If you're gonna come in here and spread that shit, man, make sure you just write it in lowercase. I don't want to see that bullshit in capital letters because you can't prove that. I just had a double cheeseburger 2 days ago. Hopefully that wasn't. Yeah, it tasted a little Mexican. Hopefully it wasn't Juan and anybody in there. It's a super cover up family. Hey, King Fire, listen. Now, so quickly that they're saying that it was not no foul play. Show me the autopsy. If it wasn't, show me the autopsy of liquor in his system, opioids, THC. You know what I mean? Anything. You know what I mean? Man, hey Thomas, cut it out, man. Go take a nap, fam. Go take two Quaaludes. She'll let you in the morning, man. This shit is. Oof. Where's Justin? Go ahead, Justin. Do your thing. Cause if Thomas gonna come in here and represent white folks, this just ain't right. Justin, do your thing. Do your thing, Justin. Run your mouth. Justin is, no, he's a soldier. Is this what we got to look for? Sending our kids to the army, being around these kind of people? Justin is an ex-soldier. Shout out all Marines that come through here, Marines with integrity. I do find that a lot of soldiers in the army are the army is straight Confederate. But my Marines, they'll come hoorah and parlay, whatever the conversation. Justin, you know what I mean? I really hope it's just a case they were all drinking and smoking and the dude fell out, the other kids ran and got scared and fucked it over right. If it's some bullshit, I want their ass though in. I hope it wasn't some deliberate shit. But if it's in some tomfoolery, I want their ass nailed to the cross just like they did Carmelo. Tit for tat. I'm with it. I'm on it. Just like they did Carmelo. Everybody came Carmelo are gonna be holding somebody. They got four of them. God damn. Goddamn Big Dick Willie gonna have four white boys to pick from. And maybe she's sharing, maybe, you know what I mean, with the beard that's in the penitentiary for the women might talk to that lady judge about some companionship. I'm telling you, because if the mama has something to do with it, any of the parents, anybody, they should go to jail because it's a cover up. Hence they knew a crime was committed before or after the fact. The good taste in humans. I believe that Frank Roman. I think they might have been sword fighting. That means Nolan and I don't know what's some of the white kids' names so I can stop saying the white guys or the friends. Or just let's say the friends until I can get their names now. But I believe they was on some fruit ball shit because that's the way they were setting up there close. Nah, dog. Real G's, man. Shit, I would have been like, give me some space, y'all. Nah, I know that. Hope the alcohol ain't kicking in with y'all, but not here, not now. You know what I mean? Smash that light. Yeah, if everybody has something to do with it, they all go down. King Fire just dropped this link, y'all. Y'all get over there and show King Fire that support. Know what I mean, get your jokes up. You feel me? Lunching out. Money Air with the green beamer, sipping Zima with this girl named Katrina. Money Mike, what's going on? Hey, Money Mike, what's your favorite goddamn dating family song? My favorite dating family joint is going through some things. I'm going through some things. You know what I'm saying? And I was going through that same shit he was talking about then. I was going through the same thing. That's why it resonated so deep with me. When going through some things came out, I was going through some things. That same shit, everything that he was talking about in that song. Smash that light. Let's get them lights up. And dating family, they underrated too. Gives no love. No, this ain't got nothing to do with no island with the CIA with that the Nolan whale stuff. They got to do with some fucking white privileged kids, white privileged parents that think that they can cover it up and hide anything and that we don't matter because we're not being part of it. And then when we do that, they do allow somebody to engage in their white privileged lives. They feel like they own them and they can do what the fuck they want to do with them. That's how I feel. We need motherfucking answers. Everybody is a suspect. Oh nah, money. I was saying like he just passed out in a stupor and ended up in the water. Not trying to say he fell out the boat. No, I'm saying whatever it was, if it won't that, if it won't something that he died of natural causes or by his own hand, if anybody had anything to do with it, lock their punk ass up. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Fam Beezy. Yes, Nolan Wells was a victim of white privilege. I stated that until further notice, right? Until they proved to me that he definitely met his own. Because why did they take his phone? So did they have his phone before or after he was dead? And that's capital murder right there when you take something off of somebody. I want you to go lay down, Justin. What do I want you to do? I want your little punk ass to go lay down, man. Soldier, go lay down, soldier. Yes, I gotta talk to you like that, Justin. You keep begging a black man for something, but you always talking about we crying for, you know what I mean? You begging a black man right now. Not you, Justin, not you. You know what I mean? Shout out all my strong white men. Any weak man in here, I ain't got no respect for you, but shout out all my strong white men and my strong black men. We gotta stop separating the two. A man is a man, family. That's the thing that, I mean, yes, we need some answers, but a lot of people are saying, already making conclusions, and autopsies haven't even been. Well, release the autopsy, James. Three kids. All of them gonna roll over because remember, these are these soft ass suburban kids, whether they would have been white or black. None of them have an inkling on be quiet. Tonight is the night as we ride. Shit, they couldn't even keep a mortar in the mafia. You think these little motherfuckers ain't gonna tell? When they having dreams now of nightmares of Big Willie laying on top of them. So none of them want to go to prison, but if they had anything to do with it, all of them should go to prison. Peace, 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 Henry, peace. If that's for real, if you're just saying praise Allah just to be saying it now, don't play with me, dog. Shit, can you spell watermelon felon JVJ? Smell watermelon felon and I'll cash up you $100. The sheriff and the VA have already, the DA, Justin, there's evidence of foul play. Of course, because it's probably their cousins. Smash that light. If it was an accident, they wouldn't have got no lawyer. They would have just told it straight up. Look, my friend's here, Nolan, and he's dead. He hit his head on the boat. We were drinking. If there was nothing wrong, but they're not telling. Maybe they were sword fighting. It could have been anything, man. I hope it won't no motherfucking frou shit, man. Chilling, what's up with you? Restructure 101. Well, start texting, soldier. Fuck no. Ass lunching out. That's family right there. When I'm the head. I'm the oldest one when I go out with my peoples in hell fucking no. I'm on granddaddy type of shit. And been like that, been raised in them streets. I don't never let my shit go nowhere by itself or leave. I don't give a fuck, no. I don't give a fuck what they say. Lunching out, maybe wake up in the morning with some bitches around them. You know what I mean? Remember the great wake up lunch? Nah, dog, I don't. That's from me. You asked me, right? No, I don't leave a man behind. Never. Bring your ass. Everybody go get in their cars and y'all about to meet back up at their motherfucking camp. Or we looking. We ride together. We came together. See, that's the family concept. Know what I mean, I don't do too many friends. If you around me, I mean, within 6 feet of me, you family, motherfucker. You're 50 feet of me, you family. Half a mile, I don't have a bunch of, no. Hey, lunching out. Russell got beat up when he was young on the school bus. He said the school bus driver let the guys do it. It was some grown men. So he's kind of partial to it. So I don't give a fleazy. He got to stop whining. He should have fought back. Should have picked up a stick or shit. You should have risked it all for your safety. You should have. I mean, you ain't want to be safe. You wanted your ass whooped. No, my friends got girls or girls go home with us. They don't go home with girls. That's what broke white people do. My friends go home to their own crib, dude. They don't go home with girls. That's so juvenile. Yep, a sausage fight. I believe it might have been a sausage fight, King. You know how that shit go. Suburban America, they get together, get up on the AC Deuce pills, and get in the shower and play with themselves and all that shit. That's what these young folks is doing. Some of them, the incels that ain't fucking nothing. I mean, it's just kind of crazy. The more possibilities that a black person was killed by a white man is a national news, right? Jeremiah. Now that's crazy. But why Nancy Grace ain't out there trying to help solve it though? That's what's even crazier. That is still some resistance that nah, they couldn't have killed him. You know he killed himself. Like what? No, I never have, dude. That's some scavenger shit. I'm a boss. Women motherfucking cut their pinky off the goddamn gonna get to their middle finger to stick it up at other bitches when they leave with me. I don't leave with a woman and go to their home. I got my own shit. You're thinking, man. That's some corny shit. The club was 30 years ago for me, dog. Anything if I'm in the club, I own the bitch. What the fuck, man? Russell, your ancestors did a lot of bullshit and caused a lot of havoc that you endure. Blame your racist ass, right? Right. And then he's always crying about them guys beating him up and taking his lunchbox, the Scooby Doo lunchbox and shit. Shit. Nah, dog. If you fucking in the club, you might have got a lot of cases. Them bitches was drunk. I mean, them bitches was drunk. I mean, I'd rather meet them in the supermarket or at the library or even the mall better with a bunch of bags. At least you know it's the potential there that you ain't got to take care of them. And if they're in the library, if they can read, that's a plus. And if they're in the supermarket, look in the motherfucking basket. If it's anything irregular, a bunch of goddamn cranberry juice, the bitch might got an IV infection. If she got some potatoes and lettuce and tomatoes and all that good shit in there, she might be health wise. Or if she got some burr in there, you know she might got a boyfriend. So that's why I mean, if you met me at the club, you might catch a case. Or when you wake up the next morning, it might not be what you went to sleep with. So all that bullshit you talking, Justin said, I mean, with your chest. Is that why you so socially in it that you don't know what's going on in society because y'all moved to the woods? They say a stingray killed the dude. Wow. My friends, we all family also respect life. I don't care whose car it is. If you don't feel capable, man, I don't give a fuck. Our people's coming when we're the same way we came, dude. That's just how we raised. 5 minutes since I joined this chat, 50 blacks were murdered in this country. Wow, dog. How do you know that? You were in this chat. How do you know they got murdered? And why you snitching? So, Pet, go take a nap. And 5 minutes that you were in this chat, you know how many digital photos that y'all creepy ass police officers and white firemen and all that shit are sending out to each other? In 5 minutes, you know how many photos been sent out? Go get the statistics on that, dude. This shit is crazy. But nah, let's get off of Justin and get back on the politics. Who knows when the next PBR delivery is? Because Justin is definitely on 6 or 7 of them. Justin saved some for later on this evening. But yeah, you right though. Uh, Ian. Black fatigue, white fatigue, shit. What? Chinese fatigue. I'm done with all of them. Puerto Rican fatigue. I'm done with them. All of them. Fatigue, fatigue, fatigue. I'm tired as a motherfucker. Yep, with their sister or contract the monkey disease. What's that monkey paw disease? What's that shit that was going on in them clubs like a couple of years ago? That shit crazy. No, Jeremiah, don't even ask him that because he'll never come up with it. Let him continue to live in that illusion. Shit, he got stolen hair on his head, man. He been a member of the hair club for men for like 20 years right now. Smash that like, man. Shout out everybody coming through. Was Nolan a victim of white privilege? Smash that like. Ian says, like BMC said, shh, be quiet. Tonight is the night as we ride. With choppers doing surgery when bodies is like doctors inside. Oh shit! Cut it out, Ian. Ah! Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Ian. I see you be getting up on your cash money this morning, boy. Cash money is an army better yet the Navy. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit. Wow. I mean, I don't care if we all roll in the same car. Why are you still talking about that shit, James? James, stop that. Hey, Ian been listening to that goddamn go 400 degrees this morning. Wow. Shout out Big Dog Ian, man. That's why I fuck with him. Oh, man. Always having me rolling. Hey, yo. I did not know they called Bowie knives Arkansas toothpicks. Lunching out. She not lazy. She know how to motherfucking jiggle that. I mean, that job. Believe me. She's not lazy. Smash that like, man. That shit crazy, man. What's y'all favorite Cash Money song? My favorite Cash Money album is that 400 Degrees by Juvenile. But my favorite Cash Money song is Drag 'Em Through the River by Yafet, Tech Nine, and Yellow Boy. And not the Tech Nine with the red hair, blah, 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 the Tech Nine that they got the bounce music legend, Tech Nine from Cash Money Records, Uptown. You know what I mean? Uptown niggas living violent. UNLV. Yeah, we got to put that money on some motherfucking Arkansas toothpicks. Smash that like. A Arkansas toothpick is different from a Bowie knife. I just seen a white dude do a whole joint on it, and he said it was a Bowie knife. What's the difference, Godfather? Okay. Sound boy. La la la, not gonna worry. As long as she got her nine, she keep it by her side for you. I shine my eye every time. You know that shit? That Mad Lion. Shit, he been catching boots. Brian was in the army. And y'all know Fort Hood has a lot of PTSD, and it also has a lot of spouse on spouse crime there. Hopefully his wife ain't beating his ass. But Brian probably suffered from PTSD. Shout out everybody that did service for the country. Even Brian, I'm making light of it, but I fucks with Brian. He can't help himself. Ain't no telling what happened over there in Mosul or wherever he got busy at, family. Salute Brian. He just a wild out. All of us are wild outs. That's why I ain't banged his ass yet, because all of us are fucking wild outs. That's what it is. I'm a rebel, so I rebel. Shout out all my Americans that are free and independent to speak their mind. And, you know what I mean? They're free and independent to speak their mind. Wow. Why does self-confidence have to be arrogance? Why can't I just be sure of myself? You know what I mean? If you ain't saying that, I don't answer. That's just what it is. Smash that like. I just don't respond to drunk white bitches. You feel me? And very disrespectful with it, because that's what I feel was going on. I see you, but I don't respond to them. I see you. I know who you are. Some drunk white lady. I ain't got time right now, man. I'm looking for all my proud men and women, black or white. We gotta chill. We gotta get down to the root of this shit as Americans, not as the black problem, the white problem. We gotta get down to the American problem. Because y'all notice half of these motherfuckers, all of them young, um, Carmelo Anthony, um, Casey Allison, Joe Ramirez, um, Austin Metcalf. We got to say RIP to Joseph Ramirez. He was a Mexican guy that got killed by a white guy. He was a kid too. Um, Nolan Wales, rest in peace. And these four white guys, or three, whoever it is, all of them are going to be victim to white privilege. Because none of them really know what's going on. They just kids. And that's what we have to be getting to the bottom of. How can we resolve this issue of our kids wilding the fuck out, man? Let me see. Ken Fire says, yeah, Fort Hood shit, real. Fort Hood, Fort Eustis, my hood or your hood, everywhere that's PSD. Right, you live near Fort Eustis, King Fire. That's the first place I ever boxed at. When I used to be boxing, when I was a young and a kid from 12, 13, 14, my first fight I ever had outside of the gym that I trained was all sparring was at Fort Eustis. And I boxed some military kid. I mean, but the and won. But the first official fight I did have at another gym was in Young's Park where Pernell Whitaker trained too, against people that went to school with me. But my first, I mean, fight I was fighting at Fort Eustis, because the one at the gym was damn near like a street fight. It won't, you know what I mean? Because the dude I was fighting had on some goddamn cut off shorts. Well, my first official tissue fight and with spectators that were really, you know what I mean, just there for the pugilists. See, when the first one I had at the projects over there on Whitaker Lane, Coach telling them that, you know, it was just a hood thing for them, but I trained at an actual gym. And they trained in the gym in that center. So they trained at a multi-center. I trained in a place that was, I mean, smash that like, y'all. Wow. Wow, guy. Is that how you think? Well, you know what I mean? You're welcome. Man, judge son, lawyer son, doctor son, aka the Mississippi Shuffle. Yep, aka white privileged. Little Johnny can't go to what's the prison in Huntsville? What's the prison in Mississippi? Little Johnny can't go on the chain gang. He's white. I'm telling you, and it's a big solution is parents need to stop being parents again. Amount of parents so let their kids do whatever they want is a big part of the problem. I'll go for that, James. And also the phone. You know that the phone is the new babysitter and the new teacher and big brother to these kids. There's a lot of motherfuckers that think they know everything because of TikTok. You don't know a motherfucking thing that TikTok ain't telling you. Right, exactly, Lala. That's why I ain't say nothing to him. Black money go over on the cash app. For sure, Ian, and you just tapped it too. Thank you very much for that, man. Showing that super support. Greatly appreciate it. That's gonna help go to me popping out this week, passing out some ice cold waters, you know what I mean? Y'all don't forget we got the black money, you know what I mean, free water going popping off, you know what I'm saying? If you want to support, all I require is $1. You from $1 on up, whatever you got, you know what I mean, it'll be used to be put into the water fund. We're gonna get out here and give some more water free to all Americans, not just, you know what I mean, my Americans and your Americans, but everybody is Americans. Everybody can get a bottle of water. Shit, even if we can beat them, we beat their ass because we family. That's the problem. We don't fight enough together. I don't give a damn if it's 1 or 1,000. If you running up, you getting your ass whooped. Right or wrong, let you know. We beat them. Give a fuck if we can beat them. We still beat them together, and you better get a punch in. If you with us, you with us. If you fam, that's what I'm talking about. Ain't that crazy? The newest toy is the iPad because the iPad is the new babysitter. Yep. Smash that like y'all. Share me out, man. Smash that like. Do we even have a problem with race in America, y'all? Will y'all admit that? For the people, will y'all admit that? Do we have a problem with race? Anybody that don't think we have a problem with race, give me a thumbs down in the chat. If you don't think we have a problem with it, hey, Ian, I'm telling you, that's how we was raised. And lunch, I told you who lunch is to me. I came up with him. He came up with me. You feel me? We fight together. I don't give a fuck if he can beat him. Yeah, you better not come home and ain't do shit. Fuck, you gonna sit on the porch with us and talk that shit and you ain't do shit? I don't. I will hate nobody. Nope, that ain't how I move. Now, if you try to move against me, I'm gonna crush your ass. But no, I don't hate nobody. I've been learning from that, and especially nobody because they white or because they black or whatever. You know what I mean? I hate you because you ain't got no integrity. If I do manage to get a little bit of hate on you, disliking you, I mean that's what I'll say I do. I hate what people do. I don't hate people, but I don't hate white people. I don't hate black people. I hate Chinese people. I hate motherfuckers with no integrity, and they come in all different flavors. Russell, they're not testing you because they already done whoop your ass. Who likes to go back and fight? Oh, fight it over. Ask Conor McGregor. He tapped out. They know you ain't shit, so why would they have to test you anymore? Size don't make the man. You ever heard of the bigger they come, the harder they fall? Jimmy Cliff told you that. You talking about? I grew big. You talking like goddamn Solomon Grundy from the Super Friends. Solomon Grundy grow big. Russell Dixon, I grew big. Nobody touched me. The fuck you auditioning for the Hawk 2026 or something? The fuck is going on, Russell? I stay ready, so I ain't got to get ready. Never been worried about getting jumped by a group of guys. Salute, cause you know what I mean. I know. Lunch, you been throwing them things and throwing them things. You know what I mean. But you know, a lot of these people that's in the chat family raised a little bit different from us, even the black ones. You know what I'm saying? You know how we raised La Costa Nostra for sure, and you know it. He lost his fight to get that money. I agree with him. Fuck that. If I'm still gonna get a payout, you can talk shit about me. Say it while I'm goddamn going about to pull this goddamn $6 million bill on your ass. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. Money Mike. Exactly. And after the consequences and repercussions, I'm gonna be able to sleep with it. That's how I feel. If somebody do something to me and I do something, or if something even happen, like even like with business, whatever happens, I'm comfortable. I can sleep with it because everything move I make is with integrity. Wow. Yep. Smash that like. No, he didn't get off like he got 35 years. I mean, if you want to say he was a murderer, that's a good amount for a murderer. Well, I think he should have got some rehabilitation before even the incarceration, you know. We got to develop these minds and not destroy them. So, in that same breath, that's why I feel like if these guys here that committed this atrocity against Nolan Wales, if they are guilty of anything, even their mothers or their fathers are even guilty of anything, they should be prosecuted to the fullest, even that they just know about it, because that's a crime in itself. So you're exactly right. You remember, Carmelo had no co-defendants. I mean, it was just him, mano a mano, allegedly with Austin Metcalf. Rest in peace, Austin. Okay, Kamalo has been served justice. He done with. He doing 35 years. So there's nothing else to say. Either he wins his appeal or not. He's still going to be doing 35 years. So hold your head, Carmelo. Nolan Wells, rest in peace. Rest in peace, Austin Metcalf. But these three young men have yet to get their justice if they have any kind of malice involved in covering up this man's death. That's what I say. So I'm not going against them because they white, I'm going against them because they wrong. If they covering up his death. You know what I mean? Why Nancy Grace ain't down there talking about this? Smash that like, y'all. 35, 99, 10. All of that shit is affects the mind. By the time he get to his 15 year, he'll be so all in with it that that's all he'll know. Matter of fact, by the time he get to his 19th year, you know what I mean, that would mean he was, well, 20th. He would have been on the planet incarcerated longer than he ever was living free. So he'll learn most of his manhood in there. So shit, 99 to whatever, he still is not gonna be the same Carmelo, even if he gets out now. You see what I'm saying? If there is a proof of foul play in Nolan's case, then I can agree. But if there isn't, then it is what it is. Okay, sure, sell you. But that's what I'm saying. Let's go. Let's not wrap it up so quick. You know what I mean? And I know, even though it's on an island with no trees and all that, but in this day and time, there is a digital footprint, especially with some amateur ass, elitist, suburban kids that's in the country, suburban kids at that. I know there is a digital footprint. That's where the evidence lies, and I bet you they already have it. They just haven't put it out to, you know what I mean, the public yet. Wow, Raymond, Raymond. Go get back on your meds, man. We chilling, fam. Go get back on your meds, Raymond. Phew. Brian, can you get Raymond and take him back? Maybe the colonel's up front. You can put a medal on his chest or something. But right now, Raymond, I ain't trying to hear it, family. Chill. Smash that like. Y'all know that when I put up that white privilege too, it's on purpose because it's a trigger. Once somebody shows you who he is, believe him. And all I'm doing is putting a word up, and it's triggering them to wild the fuck out. And it's on purpose. That's why I know it's working. Because there's a lot of bigots out here. The only people that shit should affect, and Raymond, you went and made that fucking Gmail just to get up here and do that. The only person that white privilege will affect is somebody who's not getting none of it or who feels guilty about it. Know what I mean? It's crazy. No, we have to make up a bunch of educated guesses, some hypotheses, so we can come up with a, know what I mean, a sound plan to get down to the truth. That's what it starts at, hypotheses. Well, maybe it could have been this. Maybe look at all the variants. We got to be able to analyze all the data and analytics, not the redacted shit. We got to be able to analyze all the data and analytics while it's fresh also. Anybody that's involved should either be sequestered in or subpoenaed or picked up at the house. Why is this guy dead? His body was not waterlogged. You end up with his phone. Shit, let one of my peoples die and I end up with his phone. I'm going to end up with goddamn 20 to life. For real, man. Why, David? What's going on with you, David Drummer? A lot of my people in here love Jesus also. So, I mean, I may not really agree with it, but I don't have nothing against it. You can say Jesus loves you. Shit. I'll say if you talk to him, tell him, shit, man. I want to talk to him. Smash that like. Actually, it does show foul play. We all go as one and come back. Yeah, exactly. Funny how stupid some people are that the internet, they'll make videos or posts bragging about their crime. Next thing you know, they're getting arrested. A lot of white people do it. Chuck the Better did it. He always bragging about his crime, but that was a hate crime he was doing. And the next thing you know, he's going to jail. He brought that element to himself. Even Jake Lane was just doing it. He was on TV bragging about, I mean, how the black families are doing all this shit, and he's making a habit of getting his ass whipped. He's showing that pussy ass white boys still gonna run their mouth. That shit crazy. Jake Lane does it. Know what I mean? Man, who Rick, why are y'all getting skin color out of this? That's why white privilege doesn't denote skin color. That denotes privilege, dude. Wow. You know what? That's what's so crazy. That's a trigger word, and a lot of y'all bigots, and then there's a lot of poor white folks coming through that feel like it's a disrespect because they ain't getting no white privilege. So it doesn't pertain to you, but it does because you're making it exist by even acknowledging it. Big Love says, I know you ready to jump off the porch too. Making excuses for a child getting jumped. Wow. So what about this kid just getting maybe missing by four other kids? What's the excuses about that? You're making excuses about it, and them little kids got a room in your head, Russell. I don't want to hear no more about that shit, man. This shit cannot be about you. This is not your fucking. I'm not your therapist, dog. I'm a political analyst. I'm not your fucking therapist, dude. Run for office, and then maybe I can help you. But right now, you just coming in here with the bullshit, Russell. Get over it. They whooped your ass, man. You say you big and tough now. I big now. Shit. Okay. Big dog Russell. Go out there and handle it. I asked you, have you ever got in touch with them? You run every time you see them. So you say you run, you hide every time you see these guys. Smash that like, was Nolan a victim of white privilege? And I just heard about the key shit. Why they had his keys? And they said the reason they're not searching for the body because y'all guys are already saying we're guilty. What type shit is that? Know what I'm saying? Smash that like. It's a cover up. All that shit we used to see on the heat of the night, how they cover up shit down south. Here it's about to happen in real life now. Reality TV. Life experience is not bullshit. Sorry, facts offend you. No, you got your ass beat. You can't make it be about every black person. You can't make it be about every black person. You got your ass beat by somebody that didn't like you or that you couldn't beat. Stop making it being about black people. That's your defeated attitude. You blame the defeat on everybody else instead of not blaming why you didn't win on yourself, dude. Don't blame your defeat on everybody else. Ask yourself why you didn't win. You know why you didn't win? Because you didn't go hard enough. You didn't have no heart. I mean, you know the obstacles I done faced in life. You saying telling me about some kids that beat you up and took your lunchbox and drunk your milk? Nah, dog. You can't run that shit to black money, dog. You couldn't walk a motherfucking 60 feet in my shoes, motherfucker. So fuck that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear that stuff, Russell. Stop bitching and moaning, nigga. Y'all always talking about black people. Stop bitching and moaning, white boy. And be a man. You know what I mean? That comes in all colors. I heard the white girl from Juvie, BMC. What is that? Wow. Because you told us we need to rebuild our communities. We believe it, Oliver. Wow, you have so much time on your hands. I know you ain't in your community doing shit. You ain't here all the time. I know you not in your community doing shit. You got so much time on your hands to tell us what we doing. You better get the fuck out of there. That goddamn little ass trailer you in and go out there and help pick up them goddamn PBR cans out there in front of that trailer park, boy. You better get the fuck out that little ass trailer. You couldn't even get a double wide. You got a triple slim. You sitting in a triple slim trailer, driving a 1956. I don't know what the fuck that is. The engine say goddamn on Germany. But you out here talking about cleaning up our communities. Our communities are gated now. They got Bentleys outside. They put the, you know what I mean? Stop it, man. Why do I have to keep doing this? Get your ass out there in that fucking parking lot and help clean up that goddamn trailer park. Put the motherfucking flags out. That white girl. And in. You is a wild cat. That shit, wow, man. Racism is not holding me down, fam. That's what I'm saying. I don't. Racism is like some old school shit. Like that's what you expect your great granddaddy to do, because you know the new granddaddy he riding around in a Bentley. The old granddaddies will be racist on both sides. Now that shit is dead. That's a moot point now because it's about money. I could give a fuck what color you is. How much can you spend? I mean, when can you send that? When the money gonna drop? I mean, that's what it's really about, man. Like, can we do some business? I got a widget. You trying to cop how many of them? Not what color you are, because now it's numbers. You'll never see what color they is. You don't have to. They can hide behind a logo or, I mean, a phrase. I could put white power right now and start a whole white power group without showing myself and never go off topic. And I will get thousands of people that prescribe to the white power ethos as a follower in that shit. Just starting a Reddit group. You know what I'm saying? And I could be the blackest Jew like Jesse. But I can put white power, hate my proud white man, just as well as I can do a black power one. It'll be thought, you know what I mean? Do you realize that? In this day and age. Steve, what up? Smash that like. We don't even got to worry about the community now. We free to roam the community. What we got to realize is the border that Donald Trump and them building not only is going to keep people out, they're going to keep us in. Do you understand that? The same way that door don't open. It ain't like, oh, I can go out and I can come back in. No, the same way they're trying to keep people out, it's another form of keeping us in. You keep saying that, Russell. Black adults taught me about racism. Shit. Well, why didn't your parents, why didn't some white adults teach you? That's what I'm trying to figure out, Russell. You keep saying that. Why? What's up, fam? What's up, Amaru? What's up with you? Russell, why didn't white adults teach you about racism? Or even defend you against it? And that's what you didn't say. Were you there just all in the world by yourself? Why didn't white adults teach you about racism? You said some black dudes taught you about racism because you don't know if they was adults because you said yourself you didn't even remember what they looked like or who they were. So some adults might ask, why didn't white adults teach you about racism? Wait, what? You can leave the country anytime you want. No one is. Sure they're not. Sure they're not. You know what I'm saying? White grandparents taught me about racism. And what did they teach you in? That is it something that you want to engage in, or nah, I like black pussy. What did it teach you? I bet. Just talking, KD. Just talking, family. That's all they be talking about. Ah, you gonna put the ace band on the head. Racism is y'all keep lying and claiming y'all American when you not be calling us black or African American. That's racist, right? And but you notice they broke that Caucasian off their name. The Germans had them running around with that Caucasian shit. They said, hold on, nah, what is a Caucasian? A Caucasian? Hell no. Smash that light. Yes, you do, Justin. Just as sure as you're responding. You still around, Justin? God damn, I thought maybe the meds would have kicked in by now, or maybe the nurse would have told you to get off of that damn phone and cut that light out. They're almost about to serve the tapioca pudding. You're probably in the Veterans Hospital in Fort Hood. We are the real and only Americans. Oh, it's my brother KD that just came in that piqued your interest, huh, Justin? A warrior came in, and here you are. Know what I mean, my white grandparents told me to hate people because of their pigmentism. I chose to do things my own way. Salute, Ian. That's what's crazy, man. See, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm I'm resonating, but I'm not resonating to more people like Ian. I'm resonating to the opposite, where people take this as we beefing and white folks and black folks got, I mean, some issues, which we do have issues, but the main issue is Americans have more issues. You know what I mean? We as Americans, man. Johnson ain't got shit else to do. That shit kicking in. He's stuck right now. The Shabachkin, and plus he snuck him a drink of some goddamn what's that cheap ass vodka? He done stuck him a drink of some Schlotsky's. What's that? Y'all remember Slotsky sandwiches though? Ooh, smash that like right. Reparations. Don't know black people be talking about that shit. White folks talk about it. No black people worry about reparations. We just not sitting around like, yo, when I get mine, shit. When I'm gonna get all the Gucci. Black people don't. That shit don't exist to black people because they ain't never gave us shit. So why would they give us reparations? You understand what I'm saying? And then the problem with that be, it would be a lot of $5 niggas. Then everybody will be black. Everybody don't want to be black now. But the moment that they monetize being black, all of you motherfuckers want to be black. Just ask rap music. As sure as they monetize it now, it's fucking hip hop. Dude, use your brain, man, and stop just using it for one of them military berets you taking them pictures with, homie. It's dumb as fuck. Reparations is dumb as fuck. As soon as they monetize reparations, ain't gonna be no more white people. Everybody gonna be black. Well, you know my Uncle Jeffrey had an afro. As soon as they fucking say black people are gonna get some money, the reparations, it's gonna be so many $5 niggas. Mochi man, what's up with you, family? Wow, lunch. What's going on with you, Mochi man? Out there grinding? Shit. How do you know all these statistics of what black people believe in? And seemingly you are a hater of them, Justin. You hate these black people that much. You know everything about them. That means they got a goddamn room in your head. If you know all the statistics more than black people do, if this even true, how you gonna tell a bunch of black people that we want reparations? All of damn near, you know what I mean? Ain't that some shit? He telling a bunch of black people that 95% of black, just like a goddamn uppity European. That's crazy. Ah, hey, for real, man. Soon as they say they monetize that shit, Mo, you know it's gonna be a $5 sale. Like they gonna be, yo, you know my granddaddy was Hold on, shut. Everybody gonna be, they gonna be beatboxing and b-boys dancing everywhere. They gonna be in Beverly Hills, b-boys dancing and Cadillacs and eating chicken and shit. Watermelon gonna go off the shelves. Everybody is gonna wanna be black. That's what's gonna happen. You think the $5 Indian made moves? Wait, shit. What's going on, Fun Sky? Sure you do. But you probably do it not because you want to, because you have to, because that's your bread and butter. You're not doing it because you're interested in them. You're doing it because you got to pay that fucking note. Because it ain't no joke if you don't pay that note, Russell. So stop acting like you're doing it out of the kindness of your heart, because you'll do it for free. What are you talking about? You're doing it for a check. Shit. You know how it go. You are the community, so you know how you got to get it. You got to get it like the rest of the people in the community, Mulch. You are the community. You know how that shit go. I keep telling these people that, see, white privilege and the black culture, you don't have to be black or white to indulge in any of it. It depends on the black culture, depends on your exposure and your integrity, and even might be your honor as, I mean, but white privilege, anybody can get it as long as you can get the money, because it costs. It ain't nothing that every white person can get, every black person can get. But now, if you can get the money, y'all got to be in the country with the 4-H club. Look, see how you got crazy, you black dummy. Wow. Yes, you do. Just the way you just said, you black dummy. Wow. See what I'm saying? You got violent. Wow. Look at Russell. Did you tell that to those guys that beat your ass on that bus? Russell, that you said earlier that what 5 days ago, and you brought it back up every day, that those black guys that beat your ass on that bus, did you get loud with them? Did you text loud to them and call them black dummies? No, you didn't. You probably called them daddy. Nah, Money Mike, don't worry about it. I told you about Russell. He went ham, dude. He need help. That's why I ain't holding that against him. Them dudes done beat him into a box. And that box is, white walls. He's scared. But it's all good. He cool here. Don't do it. Let him ride. Let him ride. Russell, all right. He disrespected himself because he's claiming all this animal stuff, but he's proving everybody right. Like he the one that doing the animal shit. Wow. Damn, KD. So no matter if you was tell that to these 12-year-olds that they send it to the penitentiary. Tell it that Carmelo Anthony, he was 17. What's going on in the cold starts? What's up with you? You were 12 years old. Shit. A warrior is born. Smash that light. You were 12. I was 12. A warrior is born. That stuff is crazy, man. I'm gonna post your link to the top. What's going on with you? The cold starts. Did you did you go to your place of worship today, or you chilling? You worship in the hot. I'm gonna pin your message up there. Y'all get over there and check out Nicole's thoughts too, y'all. But Russell, man, you just a typical victim because all that is victim talk. But it'll be people. I don't recall you ever saying it, but you probably do from your texting when you call black people victims for speaking on their pain. But all I heard from you now is a victim because I didn't hear no winning. All I heard is victim talk. Was Nolan a victim of white privileged? Someone, please, in the chat, give me an answer on that. Was Nolan a victim of white privileged? Ten of y'all in here, man. Double tap that stream. Let's get this shit on the other side of 100, man. We playing with it. Nolan, he was at a exclusive island. I know you probably heard of. You probably been down there. It's called what's the name of the island where he was at? Hook Island. He was at an island down there where the Horn Island. My bad, Horn Island, where it has no trees or nothing. He was with some guys, and the guys were of another color, white guys, and there was some black guys also there too. It's all this mystery around him. He turned up dead. The young man Nolan Wells turned up dead, and the other guys went home. Horn Island, thank you there, La. They went home. The white guys he came there with went home. They had his phone and his car keys, but they said they didn't know what happened to Nolan. And as soon as they got home, they lawyered up, erased phones, and did a bunch of suspicious stuff. You know what I'm saying? So now everybody wants to know exactly what happened to Nolan. No, Russell. All I hear is Russell being the victim. What's going on, Fambo? Civil rights activist Reverend Al Sharpton and attorney Ben Crump have taken up the case of Nolan Xavier Wells, a 16-year-old black teenager from Ocean Springs, Mississippi. Wells was found dead in the water from Horn Island after a 4th of July boating trip with his friends, prompting his family to demand a transparent investigation into the conflicting accounts of his final hours. You see, they need to shut Mississippi down. They need to fill it up with those 3 white kids if they have anything to do with Nolan's disappearance. What's their names? What's the name of a prison in Mississippi? Because that's where they're going at, and I hope they go. Huntsville? Do they got Huntsville? Is that Alabama? Smash that like, because you know what? Justice has to be served. Nolan could have been any of our kids, black or white. He could have been any of our sons, man. And if my son get missing and somebody has some foul play and involved in it, I want even that judge, as a female judge, that she's the parent. I mean, where's the father at in that? That's what it is. She probably ain't got no husband. I bet you that white female judge does not have a husband. And y'all know what happens when a man ain't in the house. The motherfuckers go wild. I'm telling you. That's what y'all say, right? If they took time to erase phones and lawyers up before trying to keep a friend guilty, yeah, they erased phones, lawyered up. They took the boat. The boat was damaged. They didn't take the boat back to where they keep it. They took it to the judge's house or some shit and cleaned it. There was no autopsy. There was no investigation. There was no search and seizure, nothing. So much evidence is contaminated now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling you, it just seems suspicious, fam. And no matter what color they is, although it would have never got this much publicity if it was just some black kids and something happened, or white kids and something happened, it would have went over our heads. But you know, since it's here, let's go ahead and get to the bottom of it. That's what I feel. Wow, Russell. See what I'm saying? I give you a rope and you want to be a cowboy, Russell. That's what's so crazy about this stuff. I give you a rope and you want to be a cowboy, huh? All right. Maybe. But it's a lot of other things swirling around it. It was arguments earlier. Like I said, it's the Texas that got scrubbed, and it was seemingly this beef with another group earlier. And also, they actually have one of them made a call to the Coast Guard. One of the people, they called the Coast Guard 3 or 4 hours after the guy was supposed to have left the island. The island was over it was sundown. The island was closed. It was just so many variants to this stuff. They came up with his keys and his phone, and he was supposed to meet a girl that he never met. And like I said, it was a beef with this other group of kids, and you know what I'm saying, it's just a lot of stuff that his friends should have knew what was going on. Yeah, they won't. You know who the real Cowboys was? Bash Reeves in them. Right, yeah, Bash Reeves. That's who they got the inspiration for the Long Ranger. Smash that like. Yeah, lunching out. Tell him, man, he should have fought harder. Wow, why you blaming on your loss on somebody else, Russell? Uh-oh, Money Mike said they're going to Parchment. Yeah, send them to Parchment, man. They got Carmelo and Ferguson unit, don't they? Carmelo and Ferguson unit right now, ain't it? Send them boys to Parchment if they had something to do with Nolan death. Send their ass right to Parchment. And the mama too. Right. Send them to Parchment. Smash that like, y'all. Y'all notice that they don't promote the Statue of Liberty anymore because the Statue of Liberty is built off the immigrants are welcome here. That's the beacon of light welcoming them in. They don't they don't shut the fucking Statue of Liberty down, man. A true friend don't leave no one behind. I ain't coming home tell my boy good. Salute, Moach man, and that's for real. But you know what we've been raised that you know what I mean. A friend is hard to find. If you got one, roll with them so that it ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's what that is. A true friend don't. You know what I mean? Yeah. Racial grievance, JSC. That's just a conversation piece to get you in. Some of this stuff like that, white privilege. That's just a trigger word to get you in here so we can conversate, family. To be honest, JSC, you must know, I'm not on no racial shit. But some of y'all only adhere to baby food, so you got to talk that baby language. That shit old school, white privileged. You come in and say, there's no such thing. Because you're looking out of a fucking trailer window. Look, all of our bills are late. All of us are in the same predicament. There's no exceptional, there's no master race anymore. The master race is MasterCard, Visa, Citibank. You know what I'm saying? Manhattan Chase. That's the master race, dude. How fast can you got there going? Get yourself out of debt. I mean, smash that light. Good, John. What's up? Mississippi State Penitentiary, Parchment, Central Mississippi Correctional Facility. Okay. I want to go to Parchment. White privilege is nothing more than an excuse to justify people. Wow, I knew it. Good, John. Thank you for that, family. Are you experiencing any of it? Are you privy to the white privilege? Good, John. Okay. He locked up. Carmelo has epilepsy? Salute. My friend is my friend. Color don't matter. This younger generation are built like us. Some of them is because all of them ain't going for that shit. Like that color shit. My peoples, we fuck with everybody. Right, so then you're not privy to white privilege, dude. White privilege was started after the Fusion Party in 1998. They band together to never be ruled by Negroes again. Yep. And oh yo, yeah, I got my North Carolina nigga in here. Yo, don't tell them shit about that. About fucking Wilmington, North Carolina. When what year was that in Wilmington when those white dudes made that party up, that political party? What's it called? A populist? And then they went through got there going Wilmington, North Carolina with a machine gun damn near on the back of a wagon, busting heads, killing all the black people with money because the black people were in power in North Carolina. It was a predominantly black Senate and Congress, and all the businessmen in North Carolina were black. The white people were doing business with the people that they started. First, they were in power and accepting it, and then white men got mad and said, "We will never be ruled by another black man again." And they started all those groups. Yep. It was in motherfucking go. Somebody get some information on that. I just went a deep dive this morning on that. Yeah, the whole country was going crazy, start rioting and tearing up black people stuff. That was out of it started in that's why I kind of tell y'all that Tulsa, Oklahoma is not the only black Wall Street that existed. Wilmington, North Carolina was the focal point in the South for like getting money, black folks. I mean, no races involved. They had managed to owned half of North Carolina damn near and was representing in all the Senate and Congress seats. And then within 10 years after Reconstruction, they start instituting the Jim Crow laws, and they was gone out of power and out of placement. All right, Moch Man. Yeah, Durham, North Carolina, but in Wilmington is where they had that little jump where they was running around burning up everything. I was just reading that shit. That you just kind of thought about. I was just reading it, and then I looked at a few videos on it. That shit was trifling. All right, Moch Man. Yeah, all of them. Wilmington, Delaware, also. Yep. The Tulsa one, I don't know why they just always, but yeah, you said he was a victim juice. That's what it is. Smash that like. Peter Thiel, he about to break bread with all that money. The 1998 Wilmington massacre and coup d'etat happened. A violent mob of white supremacists murdered black residents and overthrew the city's elected government. The scale, historic, they said they killed thousands of black people. They was going through the town with a Gatling gun, like a do 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 do, for nothing, just because these people were prosperous. Smash that like. You say it's too many questions. I agree, fam. Estimate between 60 and 300 black residents were killed. The aftermath, over 2,000 black citizens fled the city, and the thriving multiracial political and economic power of Wilmington was destroyed. See what I'm saying? Shit. Half the PTA is white supremacists, dog. The Memphis massacre. Wow, okay. Yep, his cell phone, the car keys, why they left him on the island, and all of that shit. All of it. The lawyering up. Exactly. Christianity is a tool of enslavement. And that picture of Jesus Christ, depending on what part of the world you in, like y'all notice this, the more up north you get, the darker his hair. And the more down south you get, the lighter his hair. You understand what I'm saying? But um that was Cesare Borgia. We talked about that yesterday. That was, his daddy was the Pope, and that was in the agreement with Ferdinand and Isabella when they enslaved the people in South America. That they pushed Cesare as the Jesus. Who am I atheist? No, I ain't atheist. I'm just not controlled and conformed. You feel me? Why would you ask me was I atheist? In the 60s, they built through the East Coast and built it right through the center of all the capitalistic black communities that replaced with the free. Yup. Yup. They put the freeway on top of them. Like they took Central Park from the black Senecas and put a, you know what I mean? They took, black people used to be there. They were the last of them. You know what I mean? All human being at this point, when somebody starts something off with all human beings, I know they just, I mean, full of malarkey. So, I mean, Seneca Village, yeah, in New York. Also, the Lenape occupied the region where we have Washington, D.C., which is on, I mean, supposed to be from Virginia, Maryland, and Delaware or whatever. Um, that was occupied by the Lenape Indians, the black folks, the Lenapes. And then, okay, this is last. Look, go Google the Gullah Wars, the Seminole Wars. They did not beat those people. You know what I'm saying? Go Google it. But the way they explain it is somebody ran away. Ran away from what? Hence, where did they come from? You know what I mean? And they don't regulate them to Africa. They regulate them to Florida. Seminole from the native word Cimarron. Cimarron, you know what I mean? Runaway. Smash that like, y'all. And that morphed into the word Seminole. And it really was not because they was running away. They would run away when they see those ships appear off the motherfucker. They run away. You know what I mean? Creeks, Washita, Yamacraw, Yamasi. I mean, Muskogee. Muskogee all the way down to Mexico. But you know, we adhere to these borders now that the United States has created. Shit, if Donald Trump can change the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America or Gulf of the United States, whatever one he did, so be it. But you see what I'm saying? That's just a name. We got to think about. Ain't no goddamn electric fence. In antiquity, we was free to cross these borders, and the language that we have, that we base off of what Spanish and everything, is a language that was created in Europe by Moors and Jews, and of course people that were native is considered white Europeans on the Andalus. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Everybody was kind of, you know what I mean? That's why they separated. That's where the word white and black come from. It was to separate the Irish and the black. You ever heard the saying, separate the English from the Dutch? Smash that like, share me out. Nolan, a victim of white privilege or his own demise? What's your opinion? There's five of y'all in here. Double tap that screen. Yep, sure was. But then they'll tell y'all that they used to just put, they weren't black, they just put blue dye on their skin. Ain't this crazy? Those wild ass Celts, they'll say no, the Celts used to dye their skin black. Wow, for real, why? You're probably Scotch Irish. Where's your lineage out of? Where your people's from? Good jump. I'm an Irish historian. One of my people's probably was Irish. What part of Ireland where your people's from, dude? Shirley Boom. You say Nolan was a victim of the white privilege. What part of Ireland are your people's from? Exactly. Northern Ireland is the Scotch Irish, the orange. You know, it's two different kind of Irishes. That's why you don't even know your people. It's two kind of Irish. It's the Northern Irish was brought in from from Scotland. They're the Scottish Irish. I mean, Belfast and all around there. And what it was, the English people couldn't beat them, so they brought in people just like them. The Scotch Irish are kin. I mean, all of y'all go with that kilt shit. Maybe the Scottish got more red and y'all got the green, but the Scotch Irish are the ones in Northern Ireland, Belfast. You said it yourself, so you didn't even know your own heritage. No, I'm not. Google that shit. It's two different kind of Irish. And most of them came to America. Your people's in America were they around the Charleston or the Savannah area, because that's where the orange ones came, because they was the lackeys for the English. Those Scotch Irish, and they had to keep the Irish and the blacks that they did bring from Africa in order. And anywhere else, like go up north, that's where the green Irish went. Y'all notice that. The more down south you get, when you get with these Europeans, the more colonized they became. But the ones that were up north, they were the green ones, and they became even patty rollers, because you notice that a bunch of Irish people have their background in police. My granddaddy was a police. Yeah, your granddaddy was a patty roller. You understand what I'm saying? He was down with us at first, but then they say, hey, nah, we gonna bring y'all over here, and y'all gotta make sure them motherfuckers in line. Do your history, man. Do your history. No, you're fucking Scotch Irishers. You're from Northern Ireland. That's what Belfast. They fighting right now. They still ain't let that shit go. They bubbling and doubling. Know what I mean? And Cork. That's where the real Irish are at, and you know it. The South Side, the Northern Ireland is Scotch Irish, dude. The Irish that your kin folks, and some of y'all went to the Appalachians because y'all were hard, sturdy people. A lot of people in the Appalachians, they mix them up with the regular green Irish, but they really is the Scotch Irish, because the regular green Irish, they stay more to the coast, and they drunkards and they'll fight. But the Scotch Irish, they'll fight, and they are kind of like military minded. That's why the English people was hiring them out. as mercenaries, and the real Irish had their mercenaries called the Gallagher's. If you ever met somebody from the old Ireland as a Gallagher, they peoples was motherfucking fighters, and they used to get paid for it. And cattle at that. Smash that like. Yeah, they was, KD. Nah, educate yourself. You probably amazed that I knew that Northern Ireland was even Scotch Irish at all. That's what's so crazy about it. You like, what the fuck? Man, you know what I'm saying? You like, what the fuck? They ain't your peoples, dude. You're fucking Scotch Irish. You know what I mean? Nope. The Northern Irish motherfuckers, y'all orange. Y'all didn't fight the British. Y'all sucked. That's how. Why are the British so fucking deeply rooted there? Yes, it is. They brought a bunch of Scottish people in. They moved a bunch. Do your history, fam. They moved in hundreds of Scottish families right after the Irish potato famine. They took over. They used them as the vanguard. The same as but they did in America. After the Stonewall Rebellion, after the Bacon's Rebellion, they separated black and Irish. Hey, we need y'all to manage these guys. You're going to be the patty rollers. We're going to semi-set you free around all of these plantations. Don't wander out of the border. You notice you never heard about somebody that was in indentured servitude escaping? Ain't that crazy? So all of these white people that were indentured servants at this time, they just worked their 7 to 14 years and nobody tried to escape. You have never heard of any white person that was even an indentured servant, and they existed. You know what I'm saying? Some Catholics are Scotch, dude. I can, well, shit. You don't know shit then. You can chase your people back to 100 years. Sure you can, dude. And you ain't here fussing with me. Go get the tracing. They want to school us. They ain't got no knowledge of it. Know what I'm saying? Smash that like, fam. Smash that like, y'all. That's not what I'm saying. You taking it out of context because you upset too, hence the capital letters. But that's not what I'm saying, dude. And you know that. You know that the Scotch Irish occupied Northern Ireland. That's what I'm saying, family. Nah, Cookie. I smoke to the dome. I don't pass mine. So you gotta roll your own. I mean, you gotta roll your own, family. Too much going on around here. COVID. And you a stranger. This is your first time in here. I'm supposed to pass you the weed. You might be the feds. If you're not Scotch Irish, you know what I mean? Where's your shillelagh? Go, bro. Okay. It's all good. I'm just fucking with you. If you fighting Irish, you fighting Irish. You notice even in college football, they show you two different kind of Irish. Is that one that's yellow looking, then they show you the green one. Oh yeah, did she commit one of the 19 crimes that get you put on a slave boat? You know that wine called 19 Crimes that Snoop Dogg was promoting? The name 19 Crimes was hints that it's 19 crimes that you can commit to get your ass sent up the river. Salute, lunch. Sent to the colonies or to, you know what I mean, Australia. A lot of people not realize that when they claim that their peoples came from Europe, like 200 years ago, 300, you know that if they came here 200, 300 years ago, and they ain't Puritans, which they was running, religious persecution, and they're not Jamestown, which they was owing, and they was indentured servants and stuff that came, and they ain't like James Oglethorpe peoples who had a charter to come here in Georgia, and William Penn, who got paid because the king owed his daddy, because his daddy was a mercenary fighting motherfucker, and he never got paid for his service to the crown, and then he gave him the charter to Pennsylvania, which was a penitentiary in its beginning. Y'all know that everybody that came here was not lit. Ain't no white guy just in Europe say, look, I'm about to move to America, about to do my thing. No, everybody came here under duress. 19 crimes sent 99% of them here. So it's to glorify that. Go back to Africa. Well, do you want to go back to England or Europe when your people were, you know what I mean, less than lit? Everybody that came here for the start of the new world were not lit in the old world. They would have never left. That's why a motherfucker can't tell me to go to Africa. Even if they could somehow trick the numbers and keep on tricking them and keep y'all believing that we from Africa and get us back there, I would never claim it because I'm not from Africa. If they could get us to Africa, like, nah, dog, I'm definitely like, yo, well, can't beat them, join them. I can't because I'm not with them. Smash that like, y'all. Am I Irish? Yeah. Shit. Every motherfucking J.I. roll is the greenest of the green. You better bet I'm Irish. Every day. Smash that light. And Chinese too. Eyes like, you know what I mean? Eyes like what? And yeah, I'm Irish. I'll fight a motherfucker till it, you know what I mean? Big time facts. They are chasing opportunity. Yep, they were chasing opportunities. Yep, and some of them was chasing the chain gang. You know what I mean? A great deal of them, especially when you speak of the Irish, most of them came here under the duress in chains. There are no aristocratic families that come out of Europeans colonizing this land. You'll know their names. There are no aristocratic families. The aristocratic families that we know, like Carnegie and Hearst and, you know what I'm saying, Sassoon. Some of y'all you never heard of Sassoon. But those people like that, they came about the late 1890s, fam. Out of nowhere. Norfolk Island was colonized by Britain, and the Protestants took their side and sold the rest of us out. Yep. That's why they were able to take over. My family is Catholic, who fought for okay, earn good bro. Earn good bro, fam. That's what it is. I get it. Good, John. You about to go IRA on me. Don't do a hunger strike in here like them brothers. Salute them. Come on, man. I'm in there. I'm in tune with it, family. Hey, good John. Google the Yemenator. He out of UK. He out of Northern Ireland. Google the Yemenator. Adam Yemen. Me and him did music together. Google that shit. The Yemenator. Adam Yemen. Yeamentor. It's kind of comedy, but still, I know what it is. Don't go hunger strike on me like the brothers in the IRA did. Don't do it. Smash that like. Yeah, it's old school, but he was giving it a go. It's like it was early pre YouTube, pre when YouTube was in its birth. I ran across a cat from over there by the name of Yemenator, and his shtick was he was just this go ahead white kid, and he's over there in Belfast rapping off of all kind of beats and shit. If anybody would have got in tune with it now, he would be viral as fuck. Back then, YouTube was in the birth. He still went viral on his level, but yeah, his Adam, um, the Yemenator, man. Yemenator. Yeah. And I had ran across the cat because back then, beefing on internet was like the thing to do because 50 Cent was popular. 50 Cent and the Ja Rule shit, and everybody was, that's what it was. And it was in the birth of YouTube, and it was like just personal videos, not all this commercial shit the corporations had, was watching the experiment pop off. And I ran across the Yemenator and just did some bullshit with him before, just to show him that keep going, man, no matter what. Google the Yemenator, man. That shit crazy. He's out of Belfast. Somewhere in that area, the Orange. Yeah. He ain't no old shit Eminem. It's just if somebody, I'm telling you, if he would have been now what he was doing then, he would have been fucking viral. He funny as hell. Backwoods Cajuns' blood is genetically more pure blood than the folks in Europe today inbreeding. No, Russell Dixon. Do you know about Cajuns? Cajuns and Arcadians in Canada are the same people. They were mixed blood people from Spain, France, and the Netherlands called Arcadians. They got kicked out of Europe. Some of them came from Spain because they didn't want to conform to Catholicism, and they were the Moriscos who wanted to stay Islamic, and the Jacobites who were Hebrews. Some of them were of color, some of them were of European descent because, like I told y'all, it wasn't about color before the conception of the United States. It was more of nationality. And these Arcadians got kicked out. Some of them went to Canada, which we call them the French-speaking Canadians, the first ones in Montreal and all that stuff, the Arcadians, and then the rest of them went to Louisiana territories, and they are the Cajuns. A mixed bag of people. That's why when you go to Louisiana, Cajuns can be any color because all of them came from Europe, different colors. It wasn't about their color, it was their nationality. Smash that like in religion. I mean, right, exactly. Russell, if you want to bring it up, if you want to bring up the Arcadians, yeah, the Jacobites. What's a Jacobite? Who's Jacob? Huh? A Jacobian. That's a Drew. That's a Hebrew. That's just the real they really are from Jacob. You know what I mean? A Jacobian. Y'all never notice those names to be slung around your ass, and you'll never know it. Jacobian started William and Mary. So what is that? Hebrews? Not Jews. Jews are what Hitler called them. A derogatory name for the ones, the Hebrews that lived in Eastern and Western Europe. All Jews, all Hebrews are not Jews. You do realize that, right? The Jews are like the word nigger is for black people in America, but everybody around the world are not. Now, you understand what I'm saying? We don't see an African guy say my. We say, what's up, dude? The way I do anyway. But, you know what I mean? You understand what I'm saying? But the Jacobites, the Huguenots, come on, man. William and Mary, the College of William and Mary, one of the first motherfucking schools of learning, higher learning on this side of the world, is named after some black supporters and maybe even black people, man. Because it wasn't about your color. You would never know what color they was because it was their nationality that was represented. You know what I mean? Why do you say that, Christine? Disrespectful people problem. Christian Roach. Is you know what I mean? Would you rather somebody be polite to you and be racist? I'm hating your guts with respect. Smash that like, y'all. Shut me out, man. The Melungians. Maybe Abraham Lincoln was. Melungians are a mixture of Scotch Irish, black, Native American, European, and any other that migrated. You know what I mean? Because like out of the Appalachians and in that little quarter, Kentucky, West Virginia, Virginia, Tennessee, North Carolina. But yeah, the Cajuns have their origins from Europe and in Canada also. They kin folks. And some people don't even realize that Cajun and Creole are two different things. A Creole is a more refined mixture of native, black, French, Spanish, English, and it's all based off of the prostitution industry, where they had all these names for these women, and then all their children kind of took the moniker of it. But that's where it came from in New Orleans, the Creoles, the Octamaroons, and I mean the Gentamaroon. You know what I mean? It was all kind of little idiosyncrasies. It was a whole business, fam. Smash that like y'all. Shut me out, man. What's going on, Flavor? You said yes, he was. He was a victim of white privilege. What's your opinion on it? And y'all double tap that stream, man. Let's get on the other side of 100. Once we take the coat off, once we take the coat off, we all just bones, yep, and organs. Anyway, the world will be a better place once everyone gets that. Salute, luncheon. That's for real. Logical assessments. What's going on with you, fam? What you getting into today? Still sat by the pool, eating on the kangaroo steak. Smash that like, y'all. Let's get on the other side of that, man. I'm trying to get to 100. You say his parents hasn't accused anybody. Right, as they should. If they want their own answers, why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not? Because I feel like the investigation is over too soon. God damn, like, cut and dry look is done. He good. Like, huh? Smash that like, man. Smash that like. SRT. Um, do you think that if these young men are guilty of anything, should they be prosecuted to the fullest, or should it be handled with a little rehabilitation? And I mean, as they should. Steve, what's going on with you? Like it or not, you know I'm right about them black towns being shut down because of old Russell. No, they didn't. They got shut down because they was making that old money. These Europeans was finding out that it was a great deal of commerce being conducted in these towns and they weren't getting a piece of it. And these people were living, you know what I mean, if not better than them, but in the same qualities of life. You know what I'm saying? That's what that was. It wasn't about no diseases. Do you know that out of their need for hospitals and stuff, they created them? Some of them even ran better than the official government joints. I mean, that's why they kept them. And you'll find them in our community as community hospitals. I mean, was started by out of segregation. We couldn't go to theirs, so we had to create our own. And hope. And I'm gonna tell you one thing about black people: we hold ourselves to a certain standard, whether it's to outdo each other, because we all are narcissistic in our way. Because coming from having nothing, every little piece of red, every shining piece of gold, every anything that's considered of wealth, we have been, you know what I mean, taught to. You know what I mean? You walk out with all your shit on. Every morning you get up because you don't know when they gonna come and take it. Or I mean, we don't even know what you had to do to get it. They don't know what we had to do to get it. But you understand what I'm saying? We had to create that shit, dude. Do you know about the great riot in Philadelphia when the white folks was mad with the black people because they had a fire brigade that was doing more in their community than the Europeans. They didn't even want to give them access to the fire, the water for their pumps and stuff. It was a big riot. White people was going crazy in Philadelphia back in the day because Richard Allen and them was, you know what I mean, the Episcopalian church that was doing numbers in Philadelphia by way of black enterprise and commerce. Sure, they should be prosecuted to the fullest, but there needs to be some form of evidence. Right, so let's get the case. I mean, let's get it out. A lot of the evidence been tampered with before who can get to do that? Before they even get these people, they usually have their phones and all that shit. Who can even get to scrub your phone? That was the white privilege that I'm talking about, that they had the chance to even do this shit and then get a big enough lawyer that now they're protected. Because in my people's, even if they would have did this, they still would be arrested. The phone would have been super scrubbed. Well, you know we're gonna send this shit to NCI and They're gonna know everything. Why didn't they send this phone to NCI yet and find out what's been redacted? You'll never get it, Vidic. If you gotta ask, you don't need to know, homie. Smash that like though. No, Russell. Just like the time of the Moors, people of color have always been known to practice a certain wadu, shall we say, the cleansing of the body. You know what I mean? Even in your deepest, darkest holes in Africa, these people adorn themselves in clay to purify. You know what I mean? Stop it, Russell. You'll do anything. Russell, I don't believe you, man, but I believe you because this is America. Anything's possible. You know what I mean? For real. Smash that like, y'all. Well, if there was is a crime been committed right there by scrubbing your phone? And why didn't y'all turn his keys in his phone and getting a lawyer? Why do you get a lawyer if there's no crime committed? Or that, if there's even the reason you get a lawyer, even if a crime ain't committed, you still admitting that it's probable cause that they can accuse you of a crime. That's where nobody's saying it's not the point that they lawyering up because the crime is committed. It's a crime. A crime. They getting a lawyer because they're admitting that there's probable cause that it looks like maybe they are a suspect. So I'm gonna get a lawyer because of probable cause. It's probable cause enough because I was the last person around him. We had his keys and his phone, so we'll get a lawyer. Not they committed a crime, so they're showing maybe some kind of suspicious guilt by even they are doing the probable cause shit by getting a lawyer. Hey, you know what? They might have said we did it. Let's go get a lawyer. That's probable cause. I mean, and probable cause also is a reason to arrest somebody. Long live the American Empire. America first. That's what it is, America. Why is your heart broken, dude? That's what I'm saying. Y'all skin be too motherfucking thin. And you know what I mean? Bart the entertainer. That may be true, but right now they're building up walls to keep people out as well as to keep us in. So now we have to come to grips with our racism in America, dude. See what I'm saying? No, we're not. No, that sounds like some victim shit. No, you take everybody's science and put your name on it and technology. You didn't even invent the compass, the wheel, the alphabet that you use, this telescope that you look up into the sky and probably trying to go over there and colonize some shit in Sirius Major. None of it, dude. Cut it out. Sure I am, Raymond. I mean, that's your opinion. How am I racist? I haven't said anything racist. I just asked, was it white privilege? Did I say I agreed or not? I asked you a question. I didn't say Nolan is a victim of white privilege. I said, was Nolan. I didn't say I believe it. Although it's my opinion whether I do or not. That doesn't even, you know, I mean, y'all can't get it. That's just trigger words. That's trigger words that triggers up racists, not me. Sure it is. Only people who say stuff like that is racist. Wow, Raymond. Only thing can make you mad is the truth. Hit dog gonna holler, but a whoop dog ain't gonna bark. Yeah, in his feelings. Only thing can put him in his feelings is the truth. I'm not up here saying whitey, 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 whitey because that's not how I feel. Some of my number one supporters here are white people. Okay, white privilege is something different from white people, dude. All white people don't get the benefit of it. All black people don't are not excluded. It's black people. Look, he was just getting the benefits of white privilege. Nolan was. He was hanging out with some white privileged, and that's a monetary thing. That's not a race, a color, or a skin. If you got the chips, you can get there. You know what I mean? KD, Don't even do it, fam. He in his feelings, man. Probably so. But shit, when we kids, how long does it take for you to call somebody your best friend? In some cases, immediately. That's my best friend. You don't even know that motherfucker. Who knows? But a friend is a friend, dude. Just being able to be comfortable around somebody without your parents and no other common ground, but just associating because y'all friends. That I mean, that it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? And probably knew him from the sports scene because all of them were involved in sports. Okay, Bart, I'll go for that. Raymond, you text all that stuff. And your shits together, you're in here texting a whole goddamn Mario Puzo, the Godfather book. Raymond, go sit down, man. Chill, dude. Wow, yeah, I knew it. It was gonna be another faceless, pot-bellied, pork-eating guy, man. Raymond. Crump and Al Sharpton. I say Al Sharpton, but Crump sucks, man. Al Sharpton, alright. Later, he wants some of that money Crump about to get. But Crump, he's a fucking shark. He smells blood in the water. He gonna complicate it because now it's gonna be a big hottie to do when it should just be if they wrong, let them go to jail. They family seem like they want to chase monetary compensation, do it. But I mean, no, that's what's crazy. A black woman did invent the smartphone, dummy. That's crazy. Hey yo, you know that a black woman did invent the smartphone, Russell. Hold on, about to get her name. Thank you. Y'all white folks crazy. The more and more you say shit, you be saying the right shit that lead us right to answer the question. Watch this shit. The first, well, look, go Google Jesse Eugene Russell. That's who invented the cell phone, dude. The digital cellular technology. Jesse Eugene Russell, a black man. Okay? The enabler of the first handheld cell phone. Henry T. Sampson, a black man. Okay? And why does it matter? While Russell's work defined the digital cellular standard that powers today's networks, Sampson's gamma electric cell was the enabling technology to first handheld cell phones. But inventors broken barriers for African Americans, which I say black, but we'll go with African American in high tech engineering and help them transfer in global communications. That's two black men, Jesse Eugene Russell and Henry T. Sampson. So now I guess we all cuz. See what I'm saying, dummy? Russell, cut it the fuck out, dude. Cut it out. Cut it out, man. You need to cut it. Jesse Eugene Russell, dude. And Harry Sampson. So, wow. Stop putting your foot in your mouth, man. Yep, GPS. The black lady did that GPS shit. No, you don't. You watch this shit to gain knowledge and you laugh at yourself inside. Because it's funny that you didn't know this stuff. That's what you do. You don't watch this as comedy. You watch this shit and laugh at yourself inside, not knowing. You know what I'm saying? Only thing you're gonna watch for a long time is something that you're interested in. Nobody just watches shit because they're bored or they ain't got no interest in it. That's what's be crazy about y'all. You'll say, I watch this for comedy. No, you watch this shit because it's dropping knowledge and it's fucking with your head. You probably falling down a rabbit hole with some of the shit we talking about. But Russell said it. Man, Sputnik ain't shit but a space ball aluminum. NASA is current German technology, thanks to Braun. You know who Brown is? Braun, the dude that springboarded NASA's space race and all that missile shit out of Germany. Who the fuck is Andrew? Some overweight white guy that can't get his shit together, a pill addiction. I mean, nobody. So go sit down, Andrew. Why didn't Africa have a wheel and they had chariots on those um, planes? Why didn't they have the wheel and they had chariots? The Egyptians, who are the most famous ancient Africans, that's all y'all know about, had chariots with the wheel on them. What are you talking about? Africa didn't have a wheel. Europe didn't have the wheel. They also didn't have a cross. They had a Thor's hammer with their jacking ass. Africa had the cross. What are you talking about? Dumb as hell. Don't nobody smoke crack no more, Andrew. We smoking that good green. Only white people are doing crystal meth, to be honest. And I'm not pointing out white people. I'm just playing tit for tat with you, Andrew. Crystal meth is a white epidemic. Go look at the faces of meth. Somebody get me the faces of meth link and drop it into the chat for Andrew. So he's probably looking at himself in the mirror with the faces of meth right now. Don't nobody smoke crack. Ain't no money in that shit no more. Then you heard Trump and them went to Venezuela and all those spots and cut off the pipeline. Ain't nobody selling coke and crack no more. Sub-Saharan Africa had the largest wall in the world called the Benin Wall in central Nigeria, larger than the Chinese Wall. Nigerian people called the Igbo are rumored to be kin to the Japanese people called the Ainu, whatever you know what I mean, that you know what I mean, the indigenous people of Japan, because both of them share the same name and language and even DNA is they don't even know how that happened. Okay, Africa does have some amazing achievements like the Great Zimbabwe, hundreds of million years old. Um, Even Judaism has its birth. The Limba, the Falasha, the Bantus. Y'all gotta stop dissing Africa. I'm just not African, dude. They have some achievements. Nope. That is beneficial. It weeds out the weak one of y'all that's weak enough to fall victim to that shit. It is useful. It weeds out the weak ones. A bunch of y'all weak motherfuckers. And it gives y'all a way to chase that pain. Realize that you're not indulging in white privilege, to be honest. It gives y'all a pain pill. Y'all can zone out on that meth. What is that shit? Mr. Clean and bleach and chloride pills and pool pills and a bunch of crushed up Tylenol 3. What is in that shit, dude? Y'all zone and fuck out on that shit and y'all face get small and start growing hair out your ears and shit. I'm serious, man. You know, right? I mean, shit. To each his own, man. Y'all go stealing people pipes out their fucking bottom of their house and all that shit. God damn. Remember when they were just tweaking with that shit? Where they be taking TVs and shit apart and all that? Then they don't know how to put the TV back because when they took the TV apart, they was tweaking. That shit crazy. Shit, that's why you don't understand yourself. You'll never understand yourself. That's why you can't get to the bottom of why you do it, Russell. That's why you can't get to the bottom of it. You're chasing pain though because you was damaged as a young man. Well, you know what? You know what I mean? I'd rather for him to be honest about it than be like a lot of suckers that won't speak their mind. That's why Russell is though, KD. Sometimes you gotta let a hoe be a hoe. You feel me? It's some knowledge in there somewhere, and it gives you a direct spokesperson of what they kind of feel like is the problem with us. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's true or not. You know what I mean? Just is a I mean, out of everything is something good. You know what I mean? Feel me? You know what Tupac said now. Come on now. Or let's shall we say Tupac got it from Machiavelli. You know what I mean? Smash that like, yeah. No need to diss. This is America, and America is filled up with all kind of people. Some racist, some conformists, some. I mean, it's just American. Like I mean, is interchangeable with so many words and descriptions. You know what I'm saying? But you can't just base it off of just your life experiences if you're gonna say from other people. Your life experience is everybody have their own game to play, and once the fucking quarter runs out, and they only allot you 3 Pac-Man, and the white ghost just gobbled you up, it's done, family. Russell, what's your demographic, Russell? What part of the country are you in? Where the hell you at? What holler or crickets you in? Hit that like, man. Smash that like. 13 of y'all in here. We should have been on the other side of 100, man. We just politicking. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. That's what these white privilege, these trigger words, I'm not on no racist shit now. One time in here, only thing I do is I do the Charlie Kirk shit. You parlay, I parlay. I'm fencing, you fencing. I mean, short or rippy, yeah. I'm Cleveland. Okay, okay. Tough town too, man. Tough town. What's the name of those sandwiches that everybody like in Cleveland? Hold on. I'm gonna see if you name it, but you see what I'm saying? I was just doing a deep dive on Cleveland the other day, man. And as you can tell, I'm partial to you, kid. If it was a problem, I would have got you out of here. Schlemans, exactly. See what I'm saying, Russell? We got more in common than we have against each other. We Americans, dog. Schlemans. What's your favorite? How you get your Schlemans? Give Schlemans a shout out for those of us who know what's going on with it. And that's exactly what I was talking about. You see what I'm saying? We got more in common than some bullshit, man. We Americans, dude. You know what I mean? The reason it looks like I'm separating because I can't get you together no other way by saying some racial shit. Put a racial word up, you'll come in. No, it wasn't. What did Obama do for black people? What I asked was Nolan a victim of white privilege. You know what I mean? That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to get Americans together. What's up with the Sleemans? Give us the rundown on the Sleemans, Russ. God damn. It ain't all got to be back and forth, bang, bang, shoot them all. We're going to eventually run out of bullets. And if you ain't got a knuckle game, I do. I know what I got a knuckle game, so give me some rundown on Schleeman's family. That's what I'm trying to do. Enjoy my American privilege that I can talk to other Americans and we can politic as one instead of man fusses at thousands. Salute. Hey, I greatly appreciate it, but give me the rundown on the Schleemans. If I hit Schleemans, what should I order? If I was with Russ, how would you order our Schleemans? Smash that like. That's what I'm talking about, fam. I'm not with all that back and forth, but I will engage in it if that's how I got to get to you. If I got to get to you through Caucasian and African, and we hearing us each spit our achievements over each other, that's what I'm gonna do. But as an American, Russell got the Stockholm syndrome. Oh yeah, I fuck with pastrami on rye. Hey, who don't like rye bread? But I would probably do it pastrami on pumpernickel. Because the rye got them little C's. I'm up there. I mean, but I probably do that joint pastrami on pumpernickel. Now, any taboos or superstitions? Y'all hear that right? If y'all ever hear Schlemans, check out that pastrami on rye. But are there any superstitions that go with it? What is it? What is it? Don't put mustard on it or uh, toasted onions? What's the superstitions that go with the pastrami on rye? Okay, so you say you don't want the pastrami. Okay, turkey and rye is good, but a lot of people sleep on the rye breads and the pumpernickels and shit. Those motherfuckers. I mean, I'm a bread connoisseur. Tomato basil bread, focaccia bread, you name it. Smash that like, man. But what about that Polish boy? You know how New Orleans got the po' boy with the shrimp and I mean maybe some crab, and if you're super exotic, it may have a piece of that conch in there. But what about the Polish boy that's out of Cleveland? That Polish sausage. Smash that light. Just started these seeds of caramel cream autoflower and 3 seeds of strawberry cheesecake autoflower. That's what I'm talking about, Steve. Stay fly, stay high, boy. Po' boys are fire, no doubt, family. No doubt. I ain't had one in a minute, but I've been having a hunkering for a fried lobster tail, man. Fried lobster tail sound good to me. No superstitions, always yellow mustard on the pastrami on rye. Okay, that's what I. Okay, so okay, no onions, no nothing, no la 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 la, just straight up. Okay, and how do they sell it? Is it do they weigh the meat and then boom boom boom? Or let you pick from your round of pastrami? How does it go? Or you just go up there and say, give me a pastrami on rye? Pastrami on the rye. Boom. What's the parlay with it? Smash that like. And shout out Schliemans, man, in Cleveland, if you ever get out there. See, I'm universal with it. I'm intercontinental with my travel, so, smash that like. Lunch, you ever been to Schliemans? I know your passport snapped mile by mile, too. Smash that like, y'all. But yeah, it ain't all about black and white all the time. We ain't got to go back and forth. We can go, you know what I mean? We can kick back. We can conversate together, right? And we can argue with each other. We can come together and conversate, right? That's how we gonna get this American shit solved too. Just right there. See what I'm saying, Russ? For like 5-10 minutes now, there has been no back and forth but positivity and communication with you, me, and anybody else that you consider your op in here, dude. A Bodine ball. Nah, but I'm familiar with what it is out of Louisiana. I had a Bodine sausage. That Bodine, yeah, I had a Bodine. Is it the same ingredients as the Bodine sausage? Smash that like. That's that guy that gonna buy you Cajun. I mean, that Cajun boy. Smash that like. Okay, yeah, I had it then. Good. If that tastes good too. That's like if you go to New Orleans, you're gonna have to either get you a beignet from Cafe de Le Monde, or you're gonna have to go somewhere and sit down. And I prefer you better hit a soul food spot or something, get some good etouffee. Okay? Alright, go Google what that is. Some good ass etouffee. Smash that like. Why is Obama a gay Muslim, dude? Why can't he just be an American? ODB. What's that ODB for? Old dumb buster. I mean, I'm just taking a wild guess. Smash that like. Okay, okay. That's right. You looking for more of, yeah, just you a connoisseur. You ain't trying to get high as gas. I got you. Well, and what cycle do you do um your autos? Do you do the 60 or the 90? And depending on your lighting too, do you do 24-hour lighting with those autos? Yeah, hit the spots, man. Make MLK proud again. Wow, the only way we'll do that is to bow our heads. He told us it's non-violent. Let's do this shit like God did. So that's how he'll be proud of us. But if you really get into MLK, Michael King, in the end, I think they got him because he did a Tupac on him. He wanted to take everybody to Washington and ask for the money. And seemingly he might have played the system. In the end, he turned more militant than Malcolm X El Hajj, Shabazz El Hajj. You know what I mean? So I say make Malcolm X black again. That's the thing. We forgot about MLK and Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? Was two parallels, but seemingly maybe the same thing, plants. But let's make Malcolm X black again. Because now he's only known for switching over and getting killed by some black guys, allegedly. That never happened. But let's make Malcolm X black again. With him going El Hajj, that seemingly he would have never came back to black nationalism. Not as a supporter, because he was too international and accepting that people of all colors were equal and that nobody did nothing to nobody, and the only way to get past it was brotherhood. That was, you know what I mean? So, smash that like. Curtis, have faith in God. Wow, Curtis. Thank you. You serious too. You text all that shit with them emojis. I ain't laughing at you, bro, but you serious, bro. Bruh. Oh shit. Smash that like. We gonna wrap this up though, man. Shout out everybody that came through.